Hello everybody, this is Warren from the Rhapsody Piano Studio. Today we're going to be working on, I'm going to be teaching you how to practice, showing you how to practice Shotgun by George Ezra. It's quite a terrible British accent, but whatever. I try my best. Now, before we start, if you haven't done so already, I want to remind you to hit that subscribe button so you can become a subscriber, and also hit that notification bell so you can get all the notifications / reminders of when all my piano lessons and piano tutorials go out. Okay, last but not least, after this lesson is over, you should be able to take these ideas I'm giving you and practice on your own. You can skip straight ahead to the tutorial, which is you can hear a song in its entirety, and you can practice however you want, and that's available in the cards and also the video description. And also you want to pick up the sheet music, which is totally free, by the way. And I'm not an arranger. I just want to tell you guys I don't write music, so I just find these on the web and post links to them, so you can get this completely free. Okay, all right, here's Shotgun by George Ezra. Okay, let me show you the first part from the beginning. All right, here we go. Okay. And that's about where I would stop. All right, sorry, it's always tricky trying to do this with my iPad. Okay, so that was the beginning, and we stopped at measure 13. Okay, we're gonna go back. Let me give you the intro. Let's practice the first 4 measures separately, because you don't really need to do this hand separate. When you do these repeated notes, the chords, it's a lot of wrist action, by the way, if you're knowing that. So don't move a lot of your arm, or not really much your fingers either. Your fingers should pretty much be like still. It's kind of like you're bouncing a basketball. So you might get used to this motion if you're not so already. Okay, sound is good. All right, so let's try that again. Let me show you really slow. Okay, something like that. Another way to think of it is think of an up action and then down. I just kind of go down. Kind of hard to pull off though, so you can think going up and down. Another way to think about it. Anyway, let's try it together. Ready, go. All right, so measure 5. Now we're doing 5 to 13. Let me show you just the right hand. Okay, try it together. Ready, go. All right, now the left hand is that pattern, but actually what would be better for you to practice is just going octaves. So here's the first. We're just going from F to B flat to D to C. Same thing. Okay, and then if you just know the pattern, which is just this. Okay, I'm telling you, it's much better to do this. Okay, the reason why is when you're intermediate, you shouldn't be thinking note to note anymore. I actually just had a discussion with one of my students about this. You should be able to like notice the patterns, and the pattern is just the octaves, just going from here to here to here to here to here. So you notice that it's gonna make it a lot easier to learn, and also you save time because you're just playing octaves, and also because this is actually easier than doing the octave. So you actually make the practice harder than the actual song, which is a good idea as well, okay? All right, so you just need to practice octaves. Let me show you again. And it just happens twice. That's all you have to practice. All right, let's try it together. Ready, go. Get this motion down like automatic, so you don't have to think about it. All right, now back to both hands. Sorry. All right, now let's try it together. Ready, go. All right, now moving on to this next section. I don't really know the song, so I'm guessing it's the chorus. All right, so this is going to be the rest of the page. This is measure 13 all the way to the bottom, okay? Stop there, okay? So actually, instead of the bottom of the page, we can split this up. I stopped at 17, 18, 19, 20, measure 20. There's the right hand. All right, here we go. Ready, go. Left hand. Let me show you again. Yes. What is it? Oh, look, it's the same pattern. Okay, so this is a little bit different because they're asking you to have these passing octaves in between. So from here, see that? So that's the first part to practice. Then the next part, next measure, I should say. Then from here. And then from here. So it's just practicing those jumps, right? All right, so let me show you in real time. Okay, so again, you can just practice those jumps if you want. All right, let's try it together. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, now back to both hands. This is measures 13 to 18, 20. Okay. Sorry. All right, let's try that slowly now. Ready, go. And now I'm guessing this is the actual chorus. Ugh. Awkward. that's the first ending. Takes you back to the beginning, but I'll be skipping repeats, but that's the first ending. Just C's, okay? Let me see. There was a really awkward part. All right, 24. They want you to play this D immediately after here, so the only way to get away with that is actually using pedal. Because you want to let go of this D as soon as possible, because the right hand plays it right after. Like that. Okay? That's how it sounds without pedal. Like you literally have to, disconnect it. You can't attach it. Like you can't do legato, it won't work. But if you do it with pedal, you can have that same effect. Okay? Okay, so it's kind of choppy, okay? All right. We'll just do both hands. Let me show you again. Actually, all right, let's do one hand. The same thing, so we'll skip the next part, okay? Now left, yeah, let's do that together. All right, ready, go. It's pretty repetitive. Okay, left hand. This is gonna take a lot more practice. Just because this octave right here. And the finger I'm using here is 2, 5, 1, 2, 1. That's basically a pattern, okay? All right, let's try that together. Left hand, ready, go. Sorry, and it's the same thing, so we'll skip that. Both hands. Let's try it together. This is measure 20. Ready, go. All right, now what you could do at this point is put the whole entire first page together. So what you're trying to do when you're practicing is take the smaller sections and then connect them into bigger and bigger sections. The problem is sometimes it takes time because it'll take a lot of concentration for you to be able to do longer amounts. It's almost like imagine you're trying to memorize like more than 7 digits. Then you think about phone numbers. Why phone numbers are usually, sorry, I'm just not fix this camera. Phone numbers are like 7 digits. It takes a lot of effort to be able to memorize more than that because psychologically 7 is like the magic number, I guess. So when you're doing this, when you're practicing and putting them into bigger sections, you might not be able to do it on the first try. In that case, just move on and keep doing smaller parts. Eventually over time, you'll be able to do like the entire song. But for now, if you're there, let me just show you the whole entire first page. Right hand, left hand, hands together, if you can do it with me, okay? All right, I'm skipping the first 4 measure intro. And back to the beginning. All right, here's left hand. missed that. All right, now here's both hands. All right, on to the second page. Now, as I continue on, there's a lot of repetition in this, so it's not going to be a lot more to learn here. I want to ask you if you've enjoyed this video, if you found it valuable, go ahead and like this video because it does help me out. And only truly like it if you feel like you're getting something out of this, okay? If not, then I'll try to keep on posting better lessons. And if you know anyone who loves George Ezra and wants to learn this on piano, go ahead and share this video with them as well. Super appreciate it. Thank you very much. Now, here's measure 29. And back to this 4-measure intro. Okay, yeah, actually, it's more or less some of the same stuff moving on. All right, we'll talk about it when we get there. Left hand is just, okay, so just repeat the notes. This part, just do both hands. Okay, all right, so let's try it from 29. We're going to 36, 37, 38. We're just doing both hands because it's just such a simple pattern here, okay? Ready, go. All right, now if you look at the next part, you hear anything familiar? Well, you should because it's just the same exact melody as before. So when you get to this section, just do left hand and hands together. It'll save you a lot of time. There's no point in practicing right hand, okay? Because you already know it. And if you're right-handed, it's already easier for you anyway. So just do left hand and then hands together, okay? So here's the left hand part from measure, what is it? 7, 8, 9. Measure set 39, okay? And does it again. Okay, so let's do that together. Ready, go. By the way, these are just like octaves. Okay, simple, right? All right, ready, go. Okay, here we go. Ready? Now we're going to do both hands. Let me show you first. All right, let's try it together. Ready, go. All right, now next part. Okay, it's the same thing, so guess what you do here? We're just gonna skip it, all right? So we're skipping measures 46 to 54. So we're starting right on 54. That's the second ending, by the way, okay? Okay, so that's kind of like a transition, but we'll include it into the next section. Okay, that part's really kind of ridiculous. All right, let's break this down. How about just the right hand first? Because the left hand pattern is, guess what? It's the same thing. Yeah, this last page is coordination wise, doing both hands together is going to be really tough. Let me show you what we're talking about when we get there. Here's the right hand. Sorry. Sorry, missed that one. All right, so let me demonstrate why this is so hard. Oh, sorry, from measure 56. I will just count the beats so you figure out where these notes come in, all right? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is straight through 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4. Gosh, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Yeah, see, this is so hard. Okay. Now, rather than do that, I will just practice these parts, both hands very slowly. So let me show you 56 to 58. Getting that timing down, okay? Do it again. Ready, go. Okay, once you got that down, the next part is 60 to 63. Okay? So, is that right? Okay, yeah. Okay, so from here, this is gonna be a 16th note, so it's like right before that. Listen again. Very subtle, right? But make sure you don't do this. Okay? Okay, so there's a lot going on there. Let's do it again. 60 to 63. Let me show you one more time. Okay, real time. Could get really confusing there. All right, let's try that together. Slow it down. 60 to 63. Ready, go. Okay, so that'll take some practice. Then when you get those parts down, just take the whole entire last section, all right? So go back to 54. Yeah, this part took me a while to practice to pull off and get it recorded. Okay, so this last part is going to be the hardest part for you, so make sure you practice this section. I would say spend most of your time on this section, okay? All right, so that's it. Let's do 54 all the way to the end, and then that'll be it for today's lesson. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. Alright, so thank you everyone for joining me for today's lesson. This was a fun one. This is a pretty good arrangement, by the way. Most free sheet music arrangements are terrible, just to tell you the truth, okay? But I do it because, it's like people like free stuff, alright? So if you haven't done so, remember to subscribe, and then remember to check out the cards and the video description. You'll find the tutorial to this and also the sheet music, free sheet music, by the way, okay? All right, thank you very much for joining me, and really glad and appreciative of all your time, all your attention. Really appreciate the time, taking time out of your day to watch this. I had a lot of fun. Hope to continue.